paid for by the New World Order.
Oh, you didn't know?
You ready? Let's go!
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Feed me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and we are live here on the Sportswire. That's right, folks. As you know, we are live. It is now 9:57 a.m. Eastern Time, and we are live. Today is Friday, October 30th, 2015, and before we get started, before anything, let's go to God in prayer. Let's thank God for the day He's given us. Father God, I want to thank you for life. I want to thank you for being able to wake up this morning. I want to thank you for having a vehicle. Thank you for giving me an outlet to talk about what you need me to talk about, Lord. Yes, we talk about sports. It's fun. We talk about entertainment. We talk about politics. But, Lord, without you, none of this is possible. Without you, I pray that you allow me to reach the masses, to reach the entire ministry out there. Lord, you've given me the skills and the talents to reach out to others, and I pray that you allow me to just reach them and have them want to get to know you better. Because listening to me is one thing, but actually getting the word from you, Lord, is a complete other thing. So, Lord, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for all of us, whether it's me or whether it's all of my listeners listening, Lord. Thank you for allowing us to wake up this morning and to be productive members of society, Father. Thank you for my son. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my job. Thank you for everything, Lord. And I ask all this through your Son, Jesus Christ. Lord, you are an awesome God, and we want to give thanks to you and give worship to you. Here's Nitro Praise with Awesome God.
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns
That's right, folks. That is Nitro Praise with Awesome God. I had to Shazam it last week to figure it out because I always thought it was the Newsboys when I downloaded it. But anyways, look, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning into the Sportswire. And you know what? It's been a heck of a week up and down. And believe me, I'm going to talk about it. You can always, you better believe you always count on the fact that I'm going to talk about just about anything that's on my mind or on my heart, because, well, that's the beauty of the Sportswire, is that just because it's called the Sportswire, okay, I talk about sports, but you know what, it's so much bigger than that. It's so much more than just sports, because you know what, while I'm sitting here, first of all, I have to, before I get into everything, I have to say that I stopped doing the simulcast on YouTube. First of all, it wasn't getting any viewers. Secondly, it was very choppy, and you can hear the echo. I still haven't worked out that issue with the echo with XSplit. And the fact is, my computer is just not powerful enough to do 2 live feeds, 1 video, 1 audio. So, you know what? I'm going to stick with just Spreaker right now. If I get a better computer at some other point, or if I decide to have a second computer do a video feed, and I have staff that can do that, that'll be something later on in the future. But you know what? I want to thank you all for tuning in. I got to give a big thank you to our sponsors, Wayne Jones from Black Lion Entertainment Music Group, Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions, Stay Blessed Productions. We've also got the smaller sponsors of M&J Video Games and First Base Sports Cards in Southington and Wallingford, Connecticut, and also Sister Sue's Homemade Jams and Jellies from West Virginia. Check them all out on Facebook, and you can always check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/SportswireCT, on the Twitter, Periscope, SoundCloud, Instagram, Foursquare, Tumblr, Tout. Am I missing any? Snapchat, SWE Connecticut. Also on Google Plus, on Skype, and on YouTube at Sportswire SWE. Remember, all of Fat Cat Radio's shows automatically go up to YouTube after we're done live recording, whatever. They go directly to YouTube. So even if you kind of watch the looks like the heartbeat monitor of the sound, but you could still tune in and listen on YouTube. So definitely check them out. All of the shows go directly up there. And it's not on Fat Cat Radios, it's on Sportswire. So Sportswire SWE on YouTube. Check it out, because you can listen to all of us. Listen to my shows, listen to Twism. Anybody else who's on Fat Cat Radio goes directly up there. You can also find us on iTunes. You go to iTunes.com, or go to your iTunes, whatever you have, be it your iPhone, iPad, iPod, or just on your computer. You go to the podcast area, you search Sportswire. Look for our flame logo and subscribe, and that's all you have to do. You also go to Spreaker.com/show/sports-wire, and that's our home site. You could definitely sign up to listen there. On the apps, there are numerous ways to listen to the Sportswire, so check it out. Also, www.swe-ct.com. So check it all out, folks. We're going to have a great show today. I can already feel it. We started out a good day. We started out great by praying to God, giving thanks. Started out by worshiping Him a little bit, playing some awesome God. And I will let you know over the time, once I get some permissions correctly, I'll be able to play a little bit more music. But you know what? I think that awesome God, that techno remix, just is absolutely fantastic. All right, so folks, here's what we got in store for you today. All right, WWE has been setting up tremendously for the Survivor Series. They're looking to make the Wyatt family the new Ministry of Darkness. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the World Series. The Mets have almost fizzled out. They're down 2-0 to the Royals. Get into a little bit of that news in just a little bit. NFL Week 8 started last night. Patriots just absolutely demolishing the Dolphins. But first, as I said, this has been a very eventful week for me. All right. Now, obviously, you guys know that I'm dealing. I have no car. I had to junk my car last Thursday. All right. it was heartbreaking to say the least. Okay, so my landlord where I live is being generous enough to allow me to use his car to get back and forth to work. I am blessed to be living where I am. That kind of helped me put everything into perspective. Because you know what, without being here, I would have been screwed, honestly, about getting back and forth to work. Because where I work, no buses go to, which is very difficult. But so I had to junk my car last Thursday, and what happened was, from the time I got the car, it had a couple of electrical issues, and it's very, very few anomalies on the car that well, if I was driving, and 95% of the time, the door lights would be on, saying the doors were open. Something minimal, but there's still some kind of a short somewhere. Okay, but I couldn't lock the doors because the door lights were on, thinking that the doors were open. Okay, so I couldn't really lock the door unless I went around to each door. The power locks wouldn't work. If I pressed power locks, it would unlock. Okay, so that's one thing. But still, that's like no big deal. Then, a few months later, the engine lights started coming on. But here's the thing: I go at night to turn on the headlights, and the engine light goes off. So again, another anomaly. I go to Valvoline to check to get the computer read. No codes or anything. So there was definitely a computer malfunction somewhere in the car. I'm driving down on 91 South. It had to be North Haven, and I lost all gas power. I just lost all gas power, and I ended up having to pull over the side of the road, wait for a tow truck for about 3 hours, and the fuel pump ended up dying. But I don't know whether it was the computer frying out before that or the fuel pump. I had the fuel pump changed, still nothing worked. So, lo and behold, I had another mechanic come and look at the car, and, he showed me, he's like, there's something wrong, the computer's fried. And that's all there is to it. So, I had to junk my car. So I'm in the market for a new car. Not a new car, not on my salary. Something that I could easily save up money for and be able to, pay somebody in cash. So keep your eyes open. Something cheap but runs. There you go. But anyways, that's what kind of put everything into perspective. Because, obviously I've technically been out of the car now for over a month. It was a month ago my car, really broke down. And over this month, it's like I said, if I wasn't living where I am, I wouldn't be able to get around. I mean, my landlord is being gracious enough to allow me to use his car. He's allowed me to really just be active inside. Granted, I've been walking more, I've been getting rides, but just to get back and forth to work, it's awesome. And I really appreciate my landlord's help with that. Trust me, God watches over everybody, and that's why I kind of had to take a step back, which is why I kind of, for a week and a half, I didn't do any Sportswires, because I didn't. Number one, Sportswire is a great vessel, a great vehicle to get not only sports out, but whatever's on my mind, on my heart, as you know. But I had to take some time to reevaluate things. I didn't like where the show was going to. I was being a little more loose with my words, okay? And I was also promoting some stuff that, quite honestly, isn't necessarily what Christ would want me to do. And I had to kind of rein myself in, take a step back, see exactly what direction I wanted the Sportswire to go to. So, with that being said, I decided to, just take some time off. I had there were some false starts, and then Monday was pretty uneventful. Other than Sunday night we had Hell in a Cell, and then Monday I did this re-debut of the Sportswire. Came back after a week and a half, or actually after 2 weeks, and ended up really nailing it. I am very happy to start the show off with a prayer, give some worship to God at the beginning of the show. Then get into the meat of the show. But without God, nothing is possible, and I cannot stress that enough. And if that's offensive to you, then you have the choice to turn off the Sportswire. Okay, because quite honestly, without God, nothing is possible, and that's all there is to it. But regardless of that fact, Monday night Raw was very, very eventful. At the end of the Survivor Series, when they carried the Undertaker out, they also carried out Kane on Monday Night Raw the same exact way. I guess they tried to do that to Ryback on SmackDown, but Ryback fought him off. So that begs the question of why they're making Ryback look stronger than The Undertaker and Kane. I can only think about the age factor, but Braun Strowman is a big dude. Bigger than Kane and The Undertaker, so that could be why. But regardless of the fact, Monday was not very eventful, other than Raw. Tuesday, I had made a 3-mile walk over to GameStop. Then I ended up taking an Uber back. What I went to GameStop for was I got my pre-ordered copy of WWE 2K16. And let me tell you something. The game... Now, I got it for Xbox 360 because that's the system I have. For Xbox One or PS4, I'm sure it's much better. I don't like the fact that they do that. They put so many different features in the newer console games. But I guess, with the graphics and the memory and everything, they have no choice. But whatever the case may be, the game is much better than 2K15. The roster is huger, much better, much bigger, much better. The 2K showcase with Steve Austin is just phenomenal. I really like how they did it this year. And then you also have the custom soundtracks back, so you could go in and create guys and download guys and actually have their real music instead of just generic songs or whatever. So, much better game. Of course, the obvious missing people are Hulk Hogan. Owen Hart was big in the Hart Foundation Austin feud. He's obviously not in the game because of, that whole story. So, Hulk Hogan, Owen Hart, Road Dogg is not in there. Billy Gunn is in the game, but Road Dogg is not. Which is really, difficult to understand. But, obviously you could download them, create them, whatever you want. I've already downloaded Hogan. I've already downloaded the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, Owen Hart, a couple more divas, or women wrestlers, excuse me. I downloaded Bayley already, which reminds me I have to get her theme song. But, it's amazing nobody's created Charlotte, Sasha, or Becky Lynch yet. But I'm sure they're working on them. But, it's one of those things where the game is just awesome. I've spent numerous hours playing it, setting up the universe the way I want to. That's the way it is. The game is just fantastic. I wish I could create my character and move him up through the ranks of NXT and stuff, because that would be just awesome. That's actually one thing that's missing out of the game, is that the past 2 years they had, besides the 2K showcase mode, but they had the Undertaker streak, where you could challenge the Undertaker and for his WrestleMania matches, or defend the streak or whatever. They had that streak mode in 2K. What was that? 2K14. And then last year they had the NXT mode, where you fought with the NXT guys, and at the end you had to face John Cena, in order to beat the mode, which is good. But again, the roster is phenomenal, but they don't have where you can create your guy and move him up the ranks from NXT to Hall of Famer on the older generation systems like Xbox 360 and PS3. I would have rather had that than the universe mode. But again, the universe mode, you could have hours and hours and hours in rotating gears, as opposed to, you create a guy, get him to the Hall of Fame, and then what? So, I mean, it is what it is, but, a couple of surprises in the game. Obviously, Honky Tonk Man I wasn't expecting. him to be in there. But, the managers are there. All the managers probably throughout history. Because, even with the DLC coming out later this year or early next year, you got the natural disasters, you got the bushwhackers, Larry Zbyszko, Bruno Sammartino, Arn Anderson. So you have quite a few downloadable characters coming through. Plus, you're going to have Samoa Joe and some more NXT guys. Great game. Can't say anything else about it. Wednesday, not much happened. Yesterday being Thursday, if you followed the posts on our Facebook page, we had some internet troubles, so couldn't do the Sportswire. That's why we're doing it live today on a Friday instead of a Thursday. The internet was down. I went to go set up, and there was no internet. I was on the phone with Frontier for 45 minutes. They finally came around 1:30, and by then the internet had turned back on, but the phone was still off, so they had to go through and fix it. But you know what? It's okay, because here it's Friday. Last night was a great NFL game. Well, I shouldn't say great in terms of the game itself, but if you're a Patriots fan, it was a great game. Then last night was SmackDown as well. But either way, folks, we have a jam-packed show for you today, and we'll break things down for you in just a little bit. We're going to get to our first song. This is Katie Perkins with We Can Make It right here on the Sportswire.
I like to sing out loud, feel the sunrise in my heart. It takes away the blue again, dries me up from all the rain. You know I'd walk 1,000 miles. There's something in that boy's smile that makes me love him so. It's so hard to let him go, so I hold on to what we got. We give it all, but they want more. They just don't believe in forever. I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand all on our own. They say we can make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. We're both working 9 to 5 to save enough to leave this life, so we can be young and free, somewhere that they can't see, creating all that we had dreamed, enjoying what's in between, every second, every day is love, proving that we'll rise above. Hold on to what we got. We give it all, but they want more. They just don't believe in forever. I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand on our own. They say we won't make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. Everybody should see love is only what you make it out to be. He's the air that I breathe. One day I know you'll believe. We're ready to make it. We're ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand all on our own. They say we won't make it. They tell us
All right, and that was Katie Perkins live right here on the Sportswire with We Can Make It. Great talent from Connecticut, New London, Connecticut. Follow her on Facebook, Katie Perkins. And I think you can download her songs on iTunes as well, so go ahead. All right, so Wednesday, I should have mentioned it, and I actually forgot about it, was the GOP Republican. I don't know why it's called the GOP, but the Republican debate, and Donald Trump won by a landslide. You see different reports, but USA Today, and there's so many reports out there, so many different polls. Here's the deal, okay? The fact of the matter is this: Donald Trump has the overwhelming lead out of everybody running for president in 2016. First of all, the point of the matter is this: Donald Trump is a businessman. Okay, he's been bankrupt. Okay, he's been to the bottom of the barrel with his businesses, but he clawed his way back up. He knows how to make money. He knows how to get out of the dumpster and up to the penthouse. He started with nothing. Okay, and he became successful in his business dealings. The fact of the matter is this, and this is why, everybody asks me, why do you support Donald Trump so much? First of all, he's a WWE Hall of Famer. No, let me digress. I do feel, and I've said it for years, that Donald Trump, Vince McMahon, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, any of them would be a much better choice for president than any of these other yokel politicians out there. Because politicians are just that. They politic. Okay? They take bribes. They they don't do what's best for the country as opposed to what's best to line their wallets. Okay? And we've seen it throughout history. Okay? There's so many Facebook memes that are out there that you look at, and it's amazing, the statistics and the idea that congressmen make over $150,000 a year or more, depending on their role. Okay, and they're crying that there's an economy problem. Well, first of all, why don't you realize that you're making about triple or more of the people that you represent? Because for everybody out there that's like Vince McMahon or Ted Turner or Bill Gates that's a billionaire, there's about 100,000 people making $50,000 a year or less. I know myself, I make half of that. I make less than half of that. I make less than $23,000 a year in my job. Okay, and that's before taxes and child support. You take out child support, you take out taxes, I'm making, $12,000 a year. Maybe $13,000 or $14,000 a year. But that's it. And it's sad. You cannot live like that. Okay? You cannot, in order to afford a one-bedroom apartment in Connecticut, of course, anywhere though, but especially in Connecticut, you need to have two incomes. Because you got to think about it. If you're paying $1,000 for a one-bedroom apartment, okay, you have to literally be making $2,000 a month. Means you need to be taking home $2,000 a month because of food, electricity, gas if you need it, car payments, car insurance, fuel for the car, your gas bill, your water bill, all that, all of it. Okay, and you need to literally be making double what your rent is, and that's take home, which means that if you need to take home $24,000 a year, which means you got to make close to $35,000 a year, okay, because of taxes and whatever else they take out of your check. But not many people are doing that, especially when the only jobs, unless, let me put it this way, even people that are in professional jobs aren't getting what they're worth. Okay, whereas the cost of living raises exponentially every year, your raises don't. And if you work for a small company that has less than 50 people, they don't have to follow the cost of living increase every year. So you could go years without a raise. Go years without benefits. You know? And unfortunately, that's the norm nowadays. And because there's so many people that are overqualified for jobs that they don't get the jobs. Okay? Or they're qualified and they have a criminal past or a criminal record. And you get Joe Schmo over here who doesn't have a criminal past and he's decent, they're going to take him because you're considered a liability. So the fact of the matter is this, okay? When you end up trying to find a job in this economy, okay? First of all, this country would be run so much more efficiently if the salaries of the people that represent us were reflective of the economy they represent. And I think I've said it on the show before, where let's say, okay, so from Connecticut, we've got 2 senators in the White House, or in the government in Washington. We've got Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy. Okay, I don't know their salaries, but I'm sure it's $150,000 or more a year. Excuse me. But the thing is, they should be making an average of all the people in Connecticut. Okay? So you take every single person that's filled out that's filled out for the I can't even think of the word. That happens every 10 years. But either way, everybody that's listed in Connecticut on their taxes, okay, that live in Connecticut, and you add them up and divide by the amount of people in Connecticut, and that's what their salary should be. I can guarantee you it'll probably be about half of what they're making. There's some savings. Put it towards our national debt. Okay? Same thing with every other state. And then the representatives, whatever constituent area that they represent, again, you take the average, and that's what they should be making. The President of the United States should be making the average of everybody in the country. Okay? From, the guy living on the street because he can't make more than $100 or $200 a week, to a guy like Vince McMahon making $1 billion a year, okay? That averages out to about, $35,000 a year or whatever. So, the fact of the matter is, that's how it should be run. Not these overinflated, and you know what? Quite honestly, you should be taking professional sports players out of it too, because they make too much money. But the fact of the matter is, that's what it is. That's how it should be done, because the normal everyday person is just struggling to get by. You see so many people who are struggling to make ends meet. You see more old cars on the road nowadays than ever before because nobody wants a car payment. Nobody can afford a car payment. With the way the prices of everything are, boy, oh boy, I just went on a big rant. But the fact of the matter is, I still believe that Donald Trump is what's best for this country. It's best for business, if I could borrow a term from Triple H. Okay? It's best for this country because he's a business person. He knows how to do things. He's got more contacts with every foreign person out there in foreign countries that, he will repair the problems that these other idiots before him, i.e. Bush and Obama, have ruined on us because of their stupidity. And that's all there is to it. It's stupidity. Nothing Obama has done has worked for this country. Obamacare was a huge flop, and people are being hurt because of it. Okay? Oh, you need to have health insurance, or you're gonna get penalized on your taxes instead of being fined. Well, you know what? Then make it affordable. It's called the Affordable Care Act, but it's really not affordable because affordable would mean it would be free to most people. Okay? End of discussion. Alright, while I regroup, I'm going to go to another song. Here's our buddy Twism White Piece, and with Do You Remember, right here on the Sportswire.
This one's dedicated to the one I still remember. Do you? They say it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? I'm sitting here stuck, looking out the window at the rain come and go, the days come and go, the pain come and go, the memories of us that I just can't let go. The moment that we met, our eyes lined up, spying deep inside each other's souls. We both knew from the go we had to grab a hold of this train ride. It started like a roller coaster, now like a children's track, we moving slower. Hollering and screaming, fighting and believing the best we had already achieved. I believe the moment that we accepted defeat came when we stopped fiending for each other, stopped being there for each other. But there is no other that I would have ever put before you. It's just that the proof I had for you wasn't the truth for you. Now I'm sitting here so shattered, feeling like a fool. Does it even matter? Do you remember? The kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? Too many opportunities to recover from the troubles we were dealt, but not enough energy or health to continue to fight the blows being thrown just below the belt. We use words to cut deep like a ginsu with issues remaining. We never talked and or rearranged behaviors and or actions. I'm thinking back to when I was backtracking, being attacked by your friends, haters, and pretends. Who was there with a shoulder to lend? Who held your hand when the last man left you stranded? Who took you from misery to happiness by being the friend that made you mad at snowball fights in a snowstorm? Candles lit, formed in a heart with warm oil to start the massage, a collage of pictures, prayers uttered together, filled with wishes. Our best intentions never made it to reality. It's a sad reality, thinking of it really. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember?
Hey guys, Vanessa here from Pose. Are you tired of listening to the same old stations? Are you ready for a change? Well, there's something new coming your way. Fat Cat Radio, hosted by Twiz and White Peas. Listen to what you've been missing.
Alright, and that was Twiz and White Peas right here on the Sportswire with Do You Remember? The fact is, great artist, great friend, had an interview with him not too long ago, so that'll be on his show, actually pretty soon. We're working on that, or he's working on it, I should say. He's editing it together because we had to do it in 3 different segments just due to technical difficulties. Alright, so now to get into some sports news. Last night, NFL Thursday night football, Patriots, Dolphins, Foxborough Stadium. Okay. Now, against the Dolphins in Foxborough, the Patriots, Tom Brady is 8-0 with 20 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. Okay? This season, the Patriots are now 7-0. Tom Brady has 20 touchdowns and 1 interception. The guy is like the freaking Terminator. I don't know whether it's that he's just, the team is that good, or he's just that good. But the fact remains that Tom Brady is just absolutely awesome. And, the fact is, we've just ended up the Patriots are I just don't know what is up with the NFL. They cannot stop the Patriots. They just can't, because the Patriots are just freaking awesome. And now, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm a Steelers fan, and you know what? I'm looking forward to this Sunday because Ben Roethlisberger is finally coming back after 4 weeks off, and it's just, it is what it is. Anyway, so they won something ridiculous like 36-7, and Tom Brady with 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions, just amazing. 2 touchdown passes to Julian Edelman. Gronkowski had a touchdown in there. The Patriots team, I don't know. It's amazing. With the salary cap the way it is, the Patriots just have just win, and it's been that way ever since 2005 or 2003 or whatever it is, or even earlier. But the fact is, you go back to the 90s, and the Dallas Cowboys were all the rage in the 90s. Okay? But ever since 2000, it's always about the Patriots. Of course, the Patriots going 18-1 because they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. Yeah, we all know that. And then 3 or 4 years later, the Giants beat them again. Or, that was, 3 or 4 years previous. I can't remember. I'm getting my dates mixed up. But the Patriots won last year. And, here's the deal. Right now, they're 7-0. Alright, now I was talking to my roommate, Dale, who is a Patriots fan. And he made a good observation. Okay? Because I had asked him, I said, do you think the Patriots could have another 16-0 season? And he said he hopes not. And, it's weird for a fan to say he hopes they lose. But it makes sense. You lose a couple of games during the regular season after you got the division all wrapped up and everything, and they really don't mean anything, okay? And you end up not having so much pressure on you. The reason why the Patriots lost to the Giants that year, they went undefeated, is because they had so much pressure on them to become 19-0, okay? And obviously you can't become 20-0 because if you're 16-0 in the regular season, you're not going to be in the wild card game. But there was so much pressure on them to be the very best, and and that's what happened. The Giants ended up beating them. So it remains to be seen. There's a couple of teams out there that can beat them. Green Bay, Denver. Those are the 2 teams I could possibly see beating the Patriots. Maybe even the Jets if they if they have a decent enough defense when they play them again. But that's just what it is. Tom Brady is an animal. However, going forward to this weekend, it is in the NFL, Week 7. The Patriots are obviously the first 7-0 team. Everybody else is 6-0 because of bye weeks and the week just hasn't gotten played yet. But I'm gonna get to the games for this weekend. San Diego and Baltimore, in Baltimore. Detroit at Kansas City. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Tennessee at Houston. Minnesota at Chicago. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. The Giants at the Saints. That's going to be a good game. San Francisco at St. Louis. Arizona at Cleveland. Now the 4 o'clock games. New Jersey. Well, they technically are New Jersey, but the Jets at Oakland. Seattle at Dallas. The Sunday night game is Green Bay at Denver. And the Monday night's game is Indianapolis at Carolina. Carolina is going to look to go to 7-0 as well. In the standings, AFC East, Patriots obviously up on top 7-0. The Jets are 4-2. The Bills are 3-4. And the Dolphins are 3-4. In the AFC North, the Bengals are 6-0. The Steelers are 4-3. The Browns are 2-5. And the Ravens are 1-6. In the AFC South, this is the worst division I could ever think of. The Colts are 3-4, but they're 3-0 in the division. Go figure. The Texans are 2-5. The Jaguars are 2-5, and the Titans are 1-5. In the AFC West, the Broncos 6-0. The Raiders are 3-3. The Chiefs are 2-5, and the Chargers are 2-5. Going over to the NFC East, the Giants are 4-3. Redskins, Eagles are 3-4, and the Cowboys are 2-4. The NFC North, the Packers are 6-0. The Vikings are 4-2. The Bears are 2-4, and the Lions are 1-6. And the NFC South, the Panthers are 6-0. The Falcons are 6-1. The Saints are 3-4, and the Buccaneers are 2-4. And then going over the NFC West, the Cardinals are 5-2. The Rams, which I don't understand how they're considering St. Louis in the West, but the Rams are 3-3. The Seahawks are 3-4, and rounding out is the 49ers at 2-5. So that's your NFL news and notes for this week. Who's got the off weeks this week? Oh, the Jaguars, the Bills, the Eagles, and the Redskins are all off this week. They're on the bye. So that's how it goes down. So, alright, we're going to go to our next song. It's My Kind of Ride. Ashley Bean, I haven't played her in a while, but Ashley Bean, My Kind of Ride, right here on the Sportswire.
Goes down in the night, finally horizon. Let me take you for a little ride. Yeah, please go ahead and say goodbye. And don't stop, I'm never gonna stop this drifting from side to side. And your waves gonna ring without a fight. Yeah, this is my kind of ride. Drag strip, that's where you'll meet me there, and I got no fear. There's no giving up, so jump on in and let's give this round a spin. Don't stop, I'm never gonna stop this drifting from side to side. And though you wait, it's gonna win without a fight. Yeah, this is my kind of ride. To
WSLA 1560 AM's The Sports Guru Show, and you're listening to Sportswire. It's the hottest sports show in entertainment.
All right, that's right. Thank you for that promo, Baby Doll, from Sports Guru Show. Check them out on Facebook. Sports Guru Show, obviously, they are from New Orleans, Louisiana, which means they are Saints fans, Who Dat Nation down there and all that. And that was also Ashley Bean with My Kind of Ride right here on the Sports Wire. So we are still here talking about, we've talked about quite a bit this morning. It is 10:48 in the morning here, and we've been on for almost an hour. So I got to say this. Now we're moving on a little bit. The World Series, okay? The World Series of Major League Baseball, because like I said, it's still baseball season, okay? Yeah, it's going to be November 1st in 2 days, but it's still baseball season. Today is Game 3 of the Fall Classic, which, if it goes any further, might be the Winter Classic. Not to take anything away from the NHL. But the fact is, first of all, okay, the Mets have a fantastic run. Daniel Murphy had a fantastic NLCS. He's had a fantastic playoff seriously. But when they face the Cubs fizzles out. And I'm wondering if the Mets have fizzled out now. Because, they're down 2-0 to the Royals. Now, let's think about this for a second, though. I saw a stat. The only two teams to ever come back from a 2-0 deficit in the World Series and win 4 straight, the Yankees in 96 against the Braves, and then the Mets in 86. I think, was it 86? The Mets in 86 against the Red Sox. The whole Bill Buckner incident and all that. So the only two teams that did that were from New York anyway. So the Mets have done it before. And, the Yankees have done it before. So, I don't want to put my money on the Mets right now because I don't know if they actually could come back and win 4 straight. Could they come back and win 4 out of 5? Possibly. But the Royals have a huge advantage now, especially that they're up 2-0. They're at home, they're going into Citi Field for 3. The Mets have to win. They just have to win. They have to win 4 out of the next 5, obviously, to win the series. It's going to be tough. It's been done. But, it's going to be very difficult for them to do. But, their pitching is phenomenal. I don't know if maybe the pitchers just got tired, or maybe the Royals are just that damn good this year. I didn't realize it. But, and maybe the Royals just want revenge, considering they fought the Cardinals last year, and, the Cardinals just proved to be a better team. And this year they wanted revenge, and they got, they went to the offseason, and they're better than last year. So, as of now, look for the Royals to come out victorious against the Mets. I really hate to bet against the Mets here, but I kind of have no choice at this point in time. So, unfortunately, that's what it is. All right. So now, a Spreaker that we broadcast live right now on. Spreaker has been. They released a new desktop app. As a matter of fact, it's the same app for the iPhone or the Android that you could just broadcast on the fly. Okay, where you don't have to go to the Spreaker website like I normally do. The problem being, and this is something that might have to work the bugs out, you don't have access to your music library. It's a little more difficult to run. You don't have all the sound effects. So I'm trying to figure out, because the good part about the Spreaker app for the desktop app, especially for Windows 10, is that you can integrate Skype. So I can find some co-hosts or some people and have live interviews that I can't do with Uber, or Uber Conference. But there are some bugs that we have to work out and figure out all that. So, with that being said, I am looking for a co-host. I'm looking for a number of different co-hosts, but I especially need somebody who knows about hockey. Okay, I don't know jack about hockey because, I'm American. I'm not Canadian. No, I shouldn't say that. Matter of fact, I'm going to get in touch with a Sportswire legend. Alumnus. Kenny Gregory. He's working on getting Sportswire Cape Cod started, public access up in Cape Cod. I gave him the rights to use the name Sportswire because I own the rights. But I gave him the rights to use the name Sportswire, so he's going to do Sportswire Cape Cod. I'm going to talk to him about maybe once a week, especially during hockey season, him coming live on here, and I'll work on using the app about a hockey report. And we'll check in with him, every week during hockey season. And I'll get in touch with him today, and maybe for next Thursday we'll do some hockey and get some hockey news up here for you. Because you know what, like I said, I feel bad. I have a lot of Canadian listeners, and I don't know anything about hockey. I don't follow it. I don't go to games. I don't watch the games. Quite honestly, I don't really care about hockey. I never really have. So I'm going to talk to Kenny Gregory about getting the hockey. He's very happy. I think, didn't the Rangers win the Stanley Cup last year? See, that's how bad it is. I don't know who won the Stanley Cup last year. But I'm going to talk to Kenny Gregory about coming on the show once a week for a hockey update for the Sportswire. So, and I'm going to try to work on the website a little more, swe-ct.com, try to get some more cutting edge, some more news and notes on there. Yes, we have the RSS feeds with, the NFL and, the Rock Cats or the Yard Goats or whatever you want to call them, the Connecticut Tigers, the Bridgeport Bluefish. We have those RSS feeds in there. And even ESPN, I think. But, let's see if we can get some. I want to try to get some articles up there about, what's going on in sports. So we're going to, let's, I'm going to look for some people out there, some listeners that want to have a part of Sportswire and help out. I'm only one person. Okay? So, yeah, email me some stories that you want about local sports in your town, and I'll try to get them up on the website. Send me a bio about yourself, and you'll be part of Sportswire. You won't get paid, because I don't get paid. But at least you'll be a part of the Sportswire. Somebody out there, give me some info about a local band that you like. Get me in contact, play some music on some of their music on the Sportswire, as long as it's family friendly. That's what I want. I want to evolve the Sportswire and involve the community, the listeners, the people, the vinistry, because that's what the Sportswire is all about. I'm about helping those, bringing minor league sports, entertainment, music, whatever, up to the major league level, because that's where our talent truly lies, in the minor leagues, in the semi-pro, in the independent scene, in the, that's where our talent lies. I'm not saying that Tom Brady's not talented. I'm not saying that the NFL players aren't talented. But do they really play with a passion for the game? Or are they playing for their paycheck of multi-million dollars? Is a guy like Alex Rodriguez still playing for the passion of the game? Or is it because of his $25 or $200 and something million contract? So let me know. Sportswire at swe-ct.com, or send a message to the Sportswire Facebook page, which is facebook.com/SportswireCT. Let me know. Send me some stuff that you want to know and that you can help out with, and I'll get it made. I'll get it set. So you have your mission. Should you choose to accept it, go get it. Go do it. All right, we're gonna go to our next song right now. Here's I think she's the owner of Stay Blessed Productions. It's Dean Wild. All right, his Garden of Eden, right here on the Sportswire.
Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. I'm lyrically on another level, got my dancing shoes on, but I ain't dancing with the devil. So don't go mentioning my name, boy. I'd rather sit here playing the games on my Game Boy. You know I've been on top of my game, boy. I'm just spreading the love so we can all share the same joy, yeah. It feels good, don't it? Still got a long way to go, but we came a long way from it, oh. I'm repping the South, but I'm from the North, though. Home of the Raptors, we shooting free throws. This is my Michael Jordan year, I'm on my MVP flow. Look at me go, maybe it's just my ego. I got real followers and they go wherever we go. Dude's got 1 million followers, but none in real life. Yeah, they got the views up, but that don't mean the point of view's right. Now follow me as I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. Yeah, the Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, alright, look, so I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. I got my shoes on, laced up, ready to go. Let's get this ball on, I'm on my ball wherever I go. In my garden, I'm the sunlight that helps nature to grow. It's only natural, I blow, like the wind in the leaves. I'm so breezy, fresh lemon squeezy. Chilling in the garden where needs aren't really needed. Flaws aren't seen, cause we just focus on breathing. Like, I'm just trying to let y'all in for the first time. Please don't make me have to think twice about being nice. Come take a walk with me in the garden that I sowed. Only with the best seeds, come with me and you'll see. No Wonka, but life with me is so sweet. I'm just trying to eat and then feed. Get up on my feet and then leap. Leapfrog over obstacles, all dreams are possible. Even when you wake up, dance to the beat of life. Cause everything's gonna be alright. Take my hand and let's dance in the Garden of Eden. In the Garden of Eden. Take my hand and let's dance in the Garden of Eden. In the Garden of Eden. Take my hand and let's dance.
A New York City phoner. He likes to think he owns this joint, but he don't. He comes from the Mason-Dixon line, where the hollers and the swellers spend their dimes, raising cane and sipping that sweet moonshine. Well, the good Lord never told him about the country way up here. We like our Hank, we like our Junior, but let's get one thing clear. This ain't Dixie, but it's country. My southern sisters love me. We like it loud, we like it proud. Are you with me? This ain't Dixie, but it's country. And my outlaw brothers know me. We like it loud, we like it proud. Are you with me? This ain't Dixie. It might sound a little unimportant. Don't judge me if you don't know me. We all love having us a real good time. No, we don't have the Opry, but we play it up at the Bowery. And I think George Jones can hold his head up high. But the good Lord never told him about the way we do it here. We like our Hank, we like our Junior, but let's get one thing clear. This ain't Dixie, but it's country. My southern sisters love me. We like it loud, we like it proud. Are you with me? until you cross that line.
All right, that was AJ Jansen with This Ain't Dixie on the Sportswire. Only on the Sportswire could you go from hip-hop to country from one song to another. But you know what? That's the way it is, because I'm trying to promote the local people. And, you know, from Dean Wild to AJ Jansen, you know what? It's music, folks. Get over it. I don't have a set playlist. I don't have a set genre to play. In this show, we played rock, we played country, we played adult contemporary, we played hip-hop. Get over it. There we go. All right. So, with that, we just played 2 songs in a row. We got those those songs out there for you to listen to. Check them both out, Dean Wild and AJ Jansen. They're both on Sportswire. And I'm doing something different where now I'm posting up what song is playing so you can tune in, and you can also check out the songs by the artists instead of just the artist. So definitely check that out, folks. I want to thank you for listening. We've got to get on to our final segment of the show. And that can only mean one thing. It is time for our Dumb Laws of the Day, courtesy of dumblaws.com. Okay? So we're going to Idaho today. Idaho, Idaho, the potato capital of the world. All right. In Dumb Laws in Idaho, it is illegal for a man to give his sweetheart a box of candy weighing less than 50 pounds. Okay, so 50 pounds. So Valentine's Day must be, well, I hate to, you know, that's why all the women in the Midwest are big. I'm not saying fat, I'm just saying big. As Kid Rock said it, was it Cocky? The song Cocky? Yeah, he likes big corn-fed Midwestern hoes. Well, I wouldn't say hoes, but big corn-fed Midwestern women. Good gravy. All right. You may not fish on a camel's back. First of all, I didn't realize there were camels in Idaho, or, you know, why you'd want to go fishing off of a camel's back. Riding a merry-go-round on Sundays is considered a crime, which means that fairs must close on Saturdays so that... All right. City laws in Boise. Residents may not fish from a giraffe's back. Again, didn't know there were giraffes in Idaho. In Coeur d'Alene, if a police officer approaches a vehicle and suspects that the occupants are engaging in sex, he must either honk or flash his lights and wait for 3 minutes before approaching the car. So, I guess, you know, that's a little bit of respect, trying to get them to finish up and get dressed so he doesn't see them. Oh, wow. In Eagle, Idaho, dirt may not be swept from one's house into the street. Bicycles are not allowed in the tennis courts. Persons may not camp out on sidewalks in the city. Alrighty then. And then in Pocatello, Idaho, a law passed in 1912 provided that the carrying of concealed weapons is forbidden unless some are exhibited to public view. Well, the whole point of concealed is that they're not shown. Oh, bother. Alrighty. Oh, you can conceal them as long as some of what you have are visible. Oh, good gracious. Alright. And then a person may not be seen in public without a smile on their face. So you have to smile if you live in Idaho. Oh, wow. Well, you know what they say? You're never fully dressed without a smile. And that's a perfect segue. Let's go to God in prayer. Let's give him thanks for the show. All right, Father God, thank you for a fantastic show today. Thank you for the people out there listening. Thank you. I pray for the people that I'm promoting, the singers that I'm promoting, that they're able to get some, great audiences and get to the next level, Lord. I pray for my listeners to want to engage and get involved with the Sportswire, to get involved, to go out there and let me know about bands, local bands that they like, or local sports, especially hockey, whether or not local or national. I pray for somebody to want to help out. Lord, I pray for a lot of people who want to get involved, because this is the show for the people. Father, I want to thank you for the opportunity to reach many people with this vehicle. I thank you for being able to have these skills and talents you blessed upon me to be able to talk to the public, Father. Thank you for everything you do on a daily basis for me and for all my listeners. And I ask this all through your Son, Jesus Christ. All right. So, folks, I want to thank our great sponsors again. Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions, Stay Blessed Productions, Wayne Jones from Blackline Entertainment Music Group, and then, I got to thank our smaller sponsors, Sister Sue's Homemade Jams and Jellies, and M&J Video Games and First Base Sports Cards out of Southington and Wallingford, Connecticut. As always, I want to thank our awesome... First of all, I want to give a thanks to our Fat Cat Radio brethren, Twism White Peace, and just keep follow him on Twitter, on Facebook and Twitter. I want to thank our musical guests, obviously Twism White Peace, Dean Wild, Katie Perkins, Ashley Bean, and AJ Jansen. Check them all out on Facebook. Folks, I've had a great time today. Great show. We'll be back Monday, normal time, 10 a.m. With the Sportswire. So thank you for listening, and have a great weekend. Happy Halloween. Make sure to be safe. Parents, make sure to check your kids' candy before giving it to them. Make sure that nothing is tampered with. Just looking out for the safety of the kids out there, because you know what? A lot of people are trying to turn Halloween into a very bad thing. There's so many people that don't want to take part in it because of sex offenders and child molesters out there, but also because of the years and years of people drugging candy and all that kind of stuff. They're just sick people out there in the world. So just parents, pay attention to their kids. Make sure you take every safety precaution. Make sure they have a flashlight or something that lights up that they can see, and make sure anybody under 12 has a parent with them or an adult with them. All right, so folks, have a great weekend. Happy Halloween. I'll see you back Monday, 10 a.m. right here on Fat Cat Radio with the Sportswire.